Hello Earth, welcome to episode 4 of season 3 of Making Cell, a series of videos where I record myself designing and implementing a programming environment called Cell. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I recommend you go to github.com/autocodenl/cell. I will place now the link in the description so you can check it out. We're going to continue where we left off the last session, which is we're building the editor, and the editor is fun. So this is what we did yesterday. That I'm just using the keys to move around here. We can do things like this jump here, which I think makes a lot of sense. So I'm still, because I really want to use Cell. I really want to use Cell every day to program. And it still feels like there's this infinite amount of work that needs to happen before that's possible. But we're trying to make something like the opposite of what Zenon the philosopher did, which is instead of turning something finite into something infinite, is the other way around. Turning something infinite into something finite, something we can finish, so we can actually start using it. So I was trying to think. So whenever I'm stumped, what do I come up with? Conceptual ideas. So I said, okay, if we look at it, we're thinking about the editor, right? So we can do two things. We can do edit and we can move around. That's basically what I do when I'm working in Vim, my text editor, or Neo Vim. I'm doing edits on text, or I'm moving around, essentially. I mean, there's more things. You could say copy and paste is an edit, but it's a specific type of editing. Or you can say that besides copy and paste, what else you could do? Well, like handling files, seeing things. Sure, but the essence of it is you're changing what you're looking at, or you're moving around to find out something. And that might trigger another edit or not. But that's it. So if we go with edits, I was thinking in like terms of operations, you can basically add more ground. Like think of like a tectonic plate, two tectonic plates that are have more lava coming from the middle, from the seam, and it basically makes one of the plates grow and pushes them apart. Well, not pushes them apart, pushes some of the older land out. So you can basically add more ground. You can remove ground, just basically get rid of areas, and then you can edit a certain amount of ground. And the ground is really paths and steps. So I think this describes everything that we can do in terms of edits. We're talking about like entering stuff with your keyboard in the editor. You can either add stuff, remove it, or change the step. And then the ground is indeed paths or steps. So that kind of covers it all. But there's going to be a few tricky things here. Well, not tricky, but there's going to be multiple ways to do that. So what we did yesterday was a way to move around. So move around. Use cursors. We kind of have that, which is pretty cool. We have search, which I need to in Vim. It's incredibly useful to do something like, I'm just going to touch the slash now. So you see something here on the screen is right. I just type right, and right in the moment I type it, look what happens. Start typing slash right, and it just appears, and I'm there. Same with around. It appears, the cursor goes to the first instance, The second one is highlighted already. It's brilliant the way it works. Once you have this, you don't go back to another editor that doesn't have this, because it's just too powerful. And this we want. So I need to be able to search like I search in Vim. This type of powerful search, which is jump, see results as you type, jump between results. If I do right, but I do escape, it goes away. Like that. And then one more that I don't have in Vim, but it's not Vim's fault, is expand or contract. So I want to be able to be here and just compact this or expand it, because you're going to have some cells where you have a lot of data. So there's this expanded path that we used to have. Yeah, we need to reorganize how we do that. So I think we're not going to tackle that today. But I want to tackle these things so I can have something going. In just a few days, I want to be able to edit data and code in Cell. Okay, let's go more concretely into this. Here we have the expanded that was bothering me here. It's basically a path that made me go up there and then I couldn't come back. It just disappears for a bit, the cursor, which is not, I guess I can quickly fix that. Actually, let's do that, because why not? Paths, when I'm iterating the data space. Yeah, so a good idea, keep the editor state inside the cell data. So it's unified data space, remember? SDPOS or the Witty East. So what we're gonna do here, like lots of things you've turned about. Why did I restart the server? No need. Oh, dance with me. Oh, don't be shy. No, it's definitely not data space city. All right, fixed. So now let's go. This is something I wrote just before starting the session, like a more general conceptual overview of all the use cases for cell. Yeah, I'm trying to make the infinite into something that I can finish. Wish me luck. So so we are going to add more ground, remove ground, and edit ground. We currently have, we don't have, we have edit, just edit the step you're in, edit ground. No add, no remove. And then we have move around, we have cursors. I'm tempted to do the search. Why do I always start implementing what I didn't plan to do? Now let's just write. So let's just think about, let's add more editing. Add ground. So there's two ways of doing it. Type, and when you have a space, create a new step to the right. Add ground below. Use enter and create a new path with the same prefix as the one you entered on. Let's see if we can get these two done in this session, because I need to be done in the next 40 minutes. Pass of the brine. So let's add ground, and also we need to add support for, where's my to do of the monkeys. Yeah, I had like a user journey here. And store the cursor information inside the cell data space. Yeah. We could do it. Not yet. Move remove step. Edit. That's done. And then remove would also be like remove step, remove path. Actually, we remove a path with all suffixes. So basically, if you delete this bar, you would get rid of all of this. Show what would be deleted by highlighting. Kind of like first delete shows you the extent of the deletion. Second executes. I like that. So remove step. Yeah. So ground lateral, ground below. This is done. What do I need to do afterwards is, which is a bit more tricky, is like support for quoted texts. Because if you create a space inside a quoted text or a new line, you want to actually make it literal. You don't want to go to the next step. To get to you. And then we will do that cleanup, which is this one. Store the what was the other thing? It's like move around, have a cursor, move it around with the keys, search. And then we have fold expand. Tonight. This one is gone. This, I like this better. It's way less than what I wrote before. Here I'm missing one, which is joining steps. I'm gonna sneeze, just a minute. Okay. Olympus Mons. Yeah. I'm just removing the stuff that I don't need here. And then I'm getting to implement, I promise. I'm reading. Yeah, this can happen automatically with the auto scroll. Okay, and then we should get the cursor into the data space, right? We should. Okay, let's procrastinate a bit less. So let's just add ground laterally first. Jeffrey. What's the space? No, I cannot have it here. 32, of course. Abridged. Why did I say this thing? Get rid of the abridged. I think that's all, because I already am taking care of the abridged stuff. F. Jeffrey. All right. Space. But this one, I need to stop dismissing these things when I'm editing, right? but maybe it's not this one, it's the other one. Yeah, it's this one when I'm editing inside. If app key code is 32 space, so I need to say it's 13. We already know. Step laterally. So how would I do it? Left chat left. I'm gonna put a lot of code here. So what I want to do, I basically need to set the current one. It's like an enter. But then I need to be able to put a, because you could create space in the middle, and that will be tricky, right? That will be tricky, but maybe we could make it work just like that. And then I need to set, oh, this is gonna be tough because I need to wait until this is done. And then if we pass a callback here, how do we call set da-da-da. So I will do cursor, the index, so basically move it one to the right and keep it in editing. Oops. Okay. Yeah, okay, so the handler is being picked up. So when I click on enter, when I'm selecting something, I want to edit it too. So that's I want to add that. You know what? Let's do it in the server, on our dear server. So I need no call. What? And it's going away. What's going on here? This is silly. Yeah. Very silly indeed. Okay. We're here. When it's the same, it's this line. Of course, why couldn't I see it? I'm just not reading the code. Okay, now why doesn't it select the next one? Because I need to update the path. On the motorway. Cursor. Index path is gonna be the whole thing basically. It's gonna be place an element into after index y in JSON. Sure. +1. Okay, it doesn't. Okay. It will be cursor index +1 and x 0 as the elements to remove, and then started in the motorway. Yeah, I have the index and the path. Okay, I'll be right back. Where were we? Oh yeah, we were trying to do something here. It's pretty ugly, this callback. I don't like it. It should really be... I only need the callback because the state is not inside cell. If it was inside cell, I wouldn't have to do this nastiness. Yeah. Why doesn't it keep it edit? Oh, this is bad. I don't know why that sometimes happens. So anyway, yeah. What I would like to do is add the state there. So cursor should be inside. Yeah, let's put the cursor there and get rid of that ugly callback I added. Wait, I didn't even call the callback. Oh, genius. Okay, it didn't work anyway. Let's just do it properly, it's gonna be easier. Unfortunately, I have to leave. Today's session was even shorter than I thought. So we need to basically do what? We need to have the cursor couple commits here. The readme is the main thing with it today, just figuring out the terrain. For now, I think we can skip that one. So let's just make a to-do list for our next session. There. Put cursor and in data space. Ignore it when filtering out paths to navigate, and then implement add ground laterally and below, and then we're going to implement remove. Did we add that in the readme, the remove? Yeah, join steps, remove a step, and remove path without suffixes, which is basically deleting a line, but it's more powerful than a line because it's really about nested structure. Okay, let's stop here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.